Hi, my name is Gabriela Limon, and today I will be talking to you about the legalization of weed. Do you feel that marijuana should be legal everywhere? I once did not, but after um, debating using it for myself for treatment of depression, I started to look into it further and saw more of the benefits of it and changed my perspective on it. And I now believe that marijuana should be legal everywhere for several reasons. Um, the legalization of marijuana is most important for its medical benefits, but it is also important for the potential to save taxpayers money. Cannabis allows for the reduce of heavy drugs and their side effects while helping alleviate symptoms of illnesses. There are many forms of marijuana as far as recreational use, medical use, oils, foods, all sorts of things that marijuana could get broken down to. But the ultimate things that you look at when you're going to look at using marijuana, especially for medical benefits, is the THC and the CBD, which is cannabinoid levels. Now, THC is what is in marijuana that gets you high. So for recreational use, this is a high perk, as everyone wants high THC levels. And while the effect of getting high does still benefit in medical usage, it's not necessarily the main focus when it comes to using it for medical usage. And granted, every situation you need something different. Like that's why there's several strains that specify to different things because they will react to a certain illness or whatever you're needing to take care of it for. What you're using it for will vary. But what tends to really fall down and help with medical issues is the CBDs, the cannabinoids. Now you want a marijuana strain that is higher in the CBD rather than the THC, so you're getting more of the actual health benefits from marijuana rather than the high, while still being able to be you. You get to get some health benefits. Now, there's lots of different cases that we could look at for why legalizing marijuana for health reasons is super important. I'm going to look at three just because one of them is close to me and the other two, they don't necessarily hit super close to home, but I do know people that have benefited from it or wish that they could have benefited from legal marijuana for these illnesses. So I'm going to look at epilepsy, cancer, and depression. Now, there are several stories, and one is actually on my works cited, where people with epilepsy will start using cannabis oil really high in CBDs, and their seizures will stop. And so while they may not go away completely, they will significantly decrease. And they are able to finally go about their life without having to constantly be like, I can't be here because of the lighting here, or I can't be here because of the noise here, because those different things will affect their seizures and make them come sporadically. And there's tons of children that have never gotten to live a life without seizures, and marijuana is allowing them to be able to live and to have a life and allowing these families to not feel so constricted to these illnesses. Now, cancer is a nasty, nasty thing, but there's many side effects and symptoms of cancer that can be treated with marijuana. While it may not cure cancer, it can help increase your appetite and make you not feel like such a zombie so that you can go out about it and make the side effects of your radiation and your other treatment not be so intense so that you can still go about having a life while going through your treatment for cancer. It just helps to minimize that intensity of it. Now, depression. There's a lot of mixed communication when it comes to depression and marijuana. A lot of people say that it will increase your depression. Some will say that it won't. That right there, I feel like ties down to the strains you use. And because it's not so widespread legal, you're kind of just in a guessing game. It's not something that you can just go pick up and know that you're getting a specific strain because everything is so underground because it's illegal right now. So there's definitely some benefits there that could help as far as increasing mood, relaxing someone, because someone with depression can have severe anxiety that makes them overwhelmed, so it can relax them. Everyone reacts to marijuana differently. Everyone reacts to each strain differently, so that varies too. But you can definitely overall see an increase in your happiness with it. And not saying that you need to be codependent on it, but definitely is something that can help you just have that little urge to continue on about your day when you're having a particularly tough day. Now, another perk is decriminalization of marijuana. A lot of taxpayer money does go to marijuana law enforcement. So processing someone in jail, putting them in jail. And yeah, sure, maybe they'll get released, but all of that pre-gaming of it still causes taxpayer money to be wasted. And according to a 2013 report from the ACLU, they found that the cost the U.S. spent was about $3.6 billion just to enforce marijuana law enforcement in 2010. So granted, that's not super recent, but even then, if the amountage was that high, and I can only imagine what it is now. Not too many studies have been out now, though. But it's just something that it's just like if that much money is going to go to something that's so minimal that actually has health benefits for us, why are we wasting our money with this when there's sex offenders on the loose still? Another big perk to decriminalizing weed is job opportunities. So many younger children, teens, younger adults will get in trouble for marijuana-related activity, whether it's smoking it, distributing it, having it on their person, and that will stay with them unless it's such a small minimal amount that they will let it go, but it'll stay with them, and it limits your capability to get a job. And the drug testing for marijuana limits your capability to get a job. So say I'm suffering from depression and I'm using medical marijuana or just marijuana in general, but because I'm using it to treat me, if I go to get a job and they want to drug test me, they see that and I can't have a job, when in reality that marijuana is benefiting me. You know what I mean? Personally, I haven't gotten to use it because it is not legal, but I have just seen and witnessed so many stories of people that have, and there's just a large amount of benefits for it that it is worth legalizing. I know there are fears. It's all about the what if, but our government has a patent on it, yet wants to claim that it has no medical benefits. We have to open our eyes and see that this is really going to benefit our people and stop making them be so dependent on harsh drugs and stop limiting their job opportunities. Thank you.